Sitting here eating lunch, I get a phone call from a real estate investor. They're about to lose their profit per door because of this one thing. And today, I'm going to show you as a real estate investor, this exact one thing that can have a major impact on your profit per door. And that is flood insurance premiums today and in the future. So let's get started. Before we do, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to hit share, subscribe, and like the channel below so other people can find the same valuable content. Hi, I'm Chris with the Flood Insurance Guru. More than a decade ago, I bought a house in a flood zone, was told premiums were going to be $300. They were going to be $3,000. I was given the wrong information. I almost lost my property. It's why I work with real estate investors like yourself to help them maximize their profit per door every day on these properties. Today, we're talking about a scenario that came across my desk, a property that had $200,000 in flood losses. You're probably thinking to yourself, oh, there's no way. There's no options available, right? Wrong. Let me tell you exactly how we worked with this client to maximize this profit per door. First of all, these losses were more than 20 years ago. Now, with a lot of private companies, that's going to disqualify them. The good news is you still have the National Flood Insurance Program available. However, with the government shutdown, that still kind of limits it a little bit, and we'll get into that in just a minute. But by going to the private companies and showing them, hey, these losses not only were 20 years ago, but here's the mitigation that was done after those losses. Here's the dike that was added. Here's how water was redirected. Here's how an encroachment review did not happen. An encroachment review is when you change water flow on your property, it has a negative impact on somebody else. If we can show that it's not happening, then a floodplain manager may sign off that you lowered that risk. By showing them these things, though, it drastically reduced premiums almost 40% for the real estate investor. Imagine going from 20 grand a year to 15 grand a year on flood insurance for apartment buildings. That saves you 5 grand a year. That could be big on your profit per door. That's exactly what happened to this client. However, the story does get better. Now we're working on what's called a policy assumption because the previous owner had a national flood insurance program. It was part of that glide path program, which means it has not hit the full risk premium yet. So by looking at that, we actually helped save the current property owner another $5,000 a year. Now we've gotten that down to about a $10,000 savings in the first year by looking at these different things. Looking at, hey, how long is it going to take for these rates to go up? Is it going to happen year 1, year 2, year 3? Remember, typically on commercial properties and non-primary, they're going up about 25% a year until it hits that full risk premium. The good news is it's going to take about 7.8 years to hit the full risk premium they were getting today, simply by doing that policy assumption. So if you're a real estate investor, you want to pay attention to these things. In the description of this video, you can reach out to us. You can also download our guide for flood insurance for a real estate investor. I'm Chris with the Flood Insurance Guru, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next video. Make sure to share, subscribe, and like the channel below. Thank you.